Ladies and gentlemen, Wellness Week Live. I'm DJ Anthony. This is Magnus, our PhD in biochem, and today's show, 2, 3, 4 different topics. Well, really 2 big ones. Number 1, what is a food desert, and do you live in one? And 2, does it cost money to eat well? So those are the 2 big topics. And then we have another special segment that we're going to be intertwining to this one called Questions for Magnus. So we have a viewer question. Okay, so Magnus, how you doing, by the way?
I'm good. A little bit crazy. So I have one of my Swedish friends here visiting me. Him and his son has been staying with me for like 2.5 weeks, and we're doing a startup together. So he's a computer engineer, and we're trying to do a fitness and health app to help people that maybe can't afford a personal trainer, doesn't want one, and need help with programming and actually like how to behave in a gym and find if your favorite exercise machine is currently someone is using it. We have other ideas, so you get help.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, well, I'm sure you're going to keep us posted, and
yes.
I expect big things from you. I know you're smart, you're a hard worker, so sky's the limit for you and your partner. So awesome, dude. I wish you guys well. Yeah. So, it was funny because I was talking to a friend of mine this week, and he's kind of a self-defeatist. He's always coming up with an excuse to fail. And so, so one of the things, I guess, and we'll go backwards here. We were talking about eating well and eating healthy, and and this guy has money. It's not that he's like poor, but he's like, it's so hard to eat healthy. It's so expensive. It's just society is rigged against you to eat well and eat healthy. And I didn't want to get into it with him. I was just like, all right, dude. If you listen, if you're looking for an excuse to fail, you'll find it. So my thing is this. You hear a lot of people say that, they're like, oh, it's so hard. It's expensive to eat healthy. It's expensive to eat well. I would say yes and no. I mean, I think it's not so clear cut. And I call bullshit because here's and I think you might agree with me, Magnus. Tell me what you think. Last time I checked, tap water's free. You don't have to drink iced tea. You don't have to drink soda. You don't have to drink juicy drinks. You don't have to drink alcohol. And unless you're living in Flint, Michigan, tap water is fine to drink here in the United States. I drink it all the time. And so that right there, I mean, you probably can cut down on consuming easily 20% of your calories. So, eating healthy and well, I mean, a bottle of water is the same amount of money as a can of soda. Why would I eat fried chicken when I can have grilled chicken? Same price. I mean, I go to a fast food. I go to Wendy's all the time. I get the grilled chicken sandwich. I don't get the fried chicken sandwich. Same price. I don't know. I think there's a lot of people want to make excuses. And don't get me wrong. You want filet mignon that's organically raised and grass-fed. Of course, it's going to be more expensive. But not everything has to be expensive to eat well. What do you think, Magnus?
So I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. I think certain media and certain people wants to kind of make it like an elitist, that you're an elitist when you're eating healthy, and they're going to Whole Foods and, like you said, getting the organic and getting like special imported organic raspberries from the like Himalayas or something like that. Of course, if that is what you're considered eating healthy, it's going to be very expensive. But again, like you pointed out, you can go to a fast food restaurant and make better choices, like throwing away the bread, not eating French fries, eating some fruit instead,
right,
and whatnot.
Right.
When I looked like frozen vegetables and berries, which are very nutritious and healthy, are usually like not too expensive, at least. So you can get away with that. And of course, I mean, when we're trying to talking about like optimizing things, then you have to start looking at the organic and
right. But organic,
you don't need that to eat healthy.
Well, right. To say well, yeah, I can't afford the organic. That's like saying, well, I can't afford Ferraris, so I can't afford a car. Well, there's a thing called Honda. Hondas are really good. Like, again, if people want to fail, you're going to find an excuse to fail. And then he cited this. He goes, well, I can't shop at Whole Foods. Who's got the money for that? I'm like, there's a thing called Target and Walmart that you can get strawberries there. Maybe they're not organic. Whoop-de-doo. But you can still eat healthy, better than eating a candy bar, which is almost the same amount of money per pack. So it's like, if you want to fail, you'll find an excuse to friggin' fail.
It's the same. Getting a package of oats and getting some water and some salt. I mean, you have oatmeal, then throw some fruit on top of it.
But listen, a bushel, like 9 bananas, okay, at not Whole Foods, okay, 9 bananas at a Walmart, 9 of them, 10 of them will cost you about $1.75. Hello, what's expensive there? It's cheaper than a box of crap cancer-causing cereal. I mean, it just makes me laugh. It's just like, I get it. Again, you're looking for the best of the best, organic filet mignon. Yeah, it's going to cost more than just a regular steak. But really, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, so if you can't get a Ferrari, you can't afford a car? Like, get a Honda. Like, what are you talking about?
Food costs is definitely going up, and it's just something that's just a fact right now.
Right. But by the way, I gotta stop you there too. And there'll be people who are gonna say, and by the way, I grew up piss friggin' poor. Me, piss poor. Okay. And my thing is this though too, and I saw it this weekend. There's plenty of places for you to get free vegetables, free quality fruits too. And I've seen it. I was in a place in New Jersey. I saw they had an outdoor take what you like free canned foods. I literally with my own eyes, I saw a man this Sunday walk into just a regular guy, got some beans, got some mushrooms. I mean, it's free if you want to find it at your churches, your synagogues, your mosques, your food pantries. So even if you're piss poor, they have the SNAP program where and I understand it can't feed everybody, but if you want to find something, you can do that. There are ways to eat better than to just, I gotta eat cereal and candy bars. That's a cop-out, man. It's no way. Like there are programs out there for every income level, whether you're got $0, whether you got $10, whether you got $10 million, whatever. There's no excuse. I get it. Not everybody can have the filet mignon organic, but there's no excuse to eat 100% of the time shit food. Like I said, tap water's free. You don't have to drink soda. You don't. So, but if you want excuses, again, I do the best we can do, but just don't throw your hands up. Sorry, Magnus, you're gonna say.
No, like just trying to take the easiest way out, and you're saying that it doesn't work for you, or like you can't afford it.
And this guy, by the way, this guy is a middle class guy, so he has some money. This guy goes on vacation twice a year, has 2 or 3 leased cars. It's like you got 17 pairs of shoes. You ain't got the money to come on, guy. Go talk to somebody else. Like
it's called prioritizing.
Right.
And a lot of people don't prioritize either their nutrition or their health.
They got money for liquor. They got money for cigarettes. They got money for 17 pairs of sneakers. They got money to go to the movies. They got money to go to the bar. They got money. They got money for vegetables.
They have all the stream services.
Right. They don't have money for vegetables.
They watch YouTube 2 hours a day.
Right.
I mean, not like this. Yeah, okay, we've thrown out the worst case scenario now, like what people's excuses are. But everybody can do better. I mean, it's like even I mean, consider I'm not like eating super healthy or clean now anyway. But looking at it, it's all about like I can always make like prioritize it even more than I'm doing at this moment. And
100%.
everybody can talking about elite. Pro players, things like that. They can always you can always prioritize.
There's always room for improvement. 100%. And that goes into my second topic. It's a perfect segue. Food deserts. So to the viewers who don't know what that is, it is what it sounds like, but food deserts are a little bit of a gratuitous tongue-in-cheek statement almost. So if you live in a food desert here in America or anywhere in the world, but it's an typically American moniker. So food desert just simply means that you live in an area in the United States where there's not access easily to fresh fruits and vegetables and quality meat. So you typically would live in a poor section of a city or a poor section of a town or a poor section of a county. And there would just be like dollar stores where all there is bread and cereals and cake and cookies. There's no, farmer's market or vegetable store or anything like that. So that's what a food desert means, that you don't have easily accessible. It's not down the block. It's not down the road. You got to get in your car and drive 15, 20 miles to go get, again, vegetables and fruits and lean meats. So that's what a food desert means, that in your in your immediate area, there's no, healthy options. It's just the dollar store that sells candy and cookies and cake. So that is a thing. That's real, no doubt. But again, tap water is free. You don't have to drink soda. And you might say, well, that's nothing. The viewers might say that. Oh, that's nothing. That could be 20% of your calories. I mean, liquid cigarettes. I mean, that is a make and break. If you're drinking tap water, you're going to be a lot healthier than if you're drinking juicy juice and lemonade and iced tea and sodas. And again, I get it. It might not be readily available, but take it from me. I grew up piss poor. If you want to find vegetables and fruits, it's there. There's food pantries, there's kitchens, there's programs, and you might have to drive a little further. But if you want it, you can do it. It's not going to be easy. No one's saying you're going to be living perfect, but you can mitigate some of that nutritional deficit that you have in those food deserts. And anyways, Magnus, what say you?
Yeah, again, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Like it's a lot about like how much economy and things like that also. But now there's many ways of ordering and having food delivered to you online, like meat, vacuum packed meat. Eggs, you can store eggs. Like you can usually get a hold of eggs and store them like outside in room temperatures for weeks or even months.
Canned beans.
Yeah.
And again,
rice. There's still many things you can do about it. I think it's like, just to be honest, I think it's horrendous that they even exist, especially in this country. It should not be. I mean, there should be places for people to buy
fruits, vegetables,
fairly like basic, like foundational like foods.
Right. And I agree with you too. Look, and again, I'm not doubting. I know that there's food deserts. I used to live in one most of my life. I get that, but all I'm saying is, like, we as Americans, as people, we can mitigate some of those negatives. It's not just a fait accompli. Oh, well, I'm screwed. Well, no. I mean, again, you don't have to drink soda or juicy drinks. You can get canned beans. You can get free food at your churches, synagogues, mosques, other programs at your board of health right in your town. So if seek and you shall find. But if you want to throw your hands up, and again, I'm not saying it's going to be a perfect diet, but better than 100% garbage. Maybe it could be 70% garbage and 30% quality. It's up to us to reach out, and we can do it. I can do it. You can do it. So anyways,
it's also another thing. Maybe like if it comes down to that, maybe you can go together with a couple of neighbors and you guys go together to a store. Like, even if you have to drive further, but you kind of stock up on things and go together.
Right.
And
right.
That might be an option. I mean, it's again, I haven't had like been in a situation like that. So it's hard for me to kind of come up with, here's what you need to do. And I don't want to sound like know it all, I right. don't. So I just, again, it's a really, really sad situation for people that face that problem.
No doubt. And again, all I'm saying is there's something we can do about that to some degree. And I grew up poor, where I was in a food desert. I lived on cereal, bread, pasta, juicy drinks. That's what I basically lived on. And by the way, one of the ways I mitigated the negative effects of that garbage I was consuming was a lot of exercise, and that's free. You can get up and walk. You can, you can, again, not that that's a silver bullet cure, but it's a big help to get up and move and burn those, burn the negative calories off, and just to again, exercise is a part of that equation too. And again, right. It's not to take away the fact that it is out there, food deserts. I know, again, I grew up in one, but what's funny? A lot of, I would say, this is just anecdotal, but a lot of what I see is not food deserts. Most of the people that are around me, or that I know, or acquaintances, or people in my community, they got they have the money, but they just love making bad choices. And so, okay, you do you. But anyways, okay.
That the way looking at it, that becomes more of a lifestyle problem.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So and making you're making those choices, and you're trying to make taking the easy way out. So
for sure. And that's education and all that stuff. But anyways, so
again, like protein, you can get fairly like protein powder. Yeah, it's not the cheapest, but you can get that. I mean, chicken, you can usually get free, like fairly low price chicken.
Yeah.
Eggs again. So there's ways. I mean,
100%. Even if you have a fast food
on that.
Right. Even if you have a fast food place, usually in food deserts, there's only fast food. Perfect. Yeah. Fast food. You can get salads. You can get, instead of a fried chicken sandwich, you can get the grilled chicken sandwich. Yeah. Same amount of chicken. Instead of the soda, you can get free water. Just ask for a cup of water. So again, there's a will, there's a way. If you really, again, not doesn't be 100% cure, but part of it's education, part of it's priorities, like you said. It's like. Anyways, all right, let's go on to the question of the week for you, Magnus. So a viewer writes,
here we go.
Dear Magnus, I've been doing sit-ups for 3 months every day, but I don't see my stomach getting flatter or muscular. Why is that?
Okay. So let's look at mostly when you don't first three months, depending on it has more to do with body fat levels than anything. So if you want to have visible abs, you need to have a low body fat percentage. We're talking about kind of see an outline of them, maybe 15 for men, a little bit lower for women, depending on, but even lower. So I would say around 12%, you're starting to get a visible six pack or around that area. So that comes down to diet, right? Actually reducing body fat levels. To start out with. The second part, so here's kind of an interesting thing when it comes to abdominals. Abdominal muscles are exactly the same as any other type of skeletal muscles. So training them high rep every day, it's not going to be a smart thing. You need to rest, and also you need to do exercises that are actually challenging. You see people that are, I did 1,000 crunches today or sit-ups. Great. You're probably going to end up having issues with your lower back and neck and things like that. And a lot of those exercises, people do them wrong. So you're activating more your hip flexors than your abdominals. So you basically need to find exercises that are hard. So you're doing them in the rep ranges of maybe 8 to 12 or 15 or sometimes even lower. And our abdominal muscles are usually more for stabilizing things and anti-rotation than doing crunches and stuff like that. So advanced types of planks or other anti-rotations movements, something called palo presses and things like that might actually be better. So I think that the person needs to look over a little bit on their diet and how they train to get through this, and also not do it every single day. Maybe do it every other day or so.
Right. Yeah, you touched on that too, right? Diet's important because I think people think that they can spot reduce and you can't. And
no.
Right. Your gut, if you have a gut, it's about really probably having too much processed carbs. You need more natural carbs, and you got to lean out, which means more meats, more proteins, less processed carbs. Then, the sit-ups will work in conjunction with that. But so many people, it's just like, I did 10,000 sit-ups every day for 5 months, nothing. Well, I mean, like I said, how's your diet? What do you eat? What are you drinking? Alcohol? Juicy drinks and all that. Okay, cool. So Magnus, before we wrap this up, anything you wanted to add before we say ciao?
No, not really today. Let's skip it over. One thing that we have missed out.
Oh,
the sign.
Yeah, dude. I don't have this.
It's gone today.
It's in my office. People, I'm in a different room.
Subscribe. Please ask us questions. Share this our talks to someone that might enjoy the information that we're talking. Questions, comments, or anything like that.
Yeah.
Please leave them below, and we get back to you. And thank you for your support, everybody.
Yeah, we're closing in. I think it's another 3 or 4 shows on our 100th show, which is very rare, as you mentioned. Most YouTube shows or channels don't last past like 6 or 7 shows. So we are like smashing through that, and I appreciate you, Magnus, and all the other guests.
Appreciate you for letting me join you.
Yeah, we got to do a special anniversary show. I got to come.
Yeah, we should.
Oh, 100%.
I need to dress up, right?
Something wacky. Yeah, for sure. We'll figure it out.
I love your shirt. I was gonna say that I love your shirt. By the way,
this is the best friggin' shirt. This is called something Sunday. It's got SPF protection. It's a silk cotton kind of polymer, but it feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. And it's so cool in extreme heat. And again, it wicks away moisture. It has SPF protection. It cost me a pretty penny. It's like $50-$60, but I'm like, yo, I usually wear it for DJ gigs, but I was like, I got to mix it up a little bit here. But thanks, dude. Yeah. Anyway,
I love it.
Thanks, dude.
I'm like the guy that sits in a freaking black shirt today.
That's all right.
I do love colors and things. Talking about that. So me and my friend from Sweden, we're trying to create this app, and this is our logo and name. Like I said, we're gonna talk more about that in a later program. I like 100 shows. That is pretty freaking cool if you ask me.
And we're still going, baby. We're still going.
Yeah. So. No. This is just the start.
Yeah, and we look forward to seeing that app coming out. All right, everybody, I'm going to sign us off. And